What is going on, everybody? What is going on? We're here to talk about all kinds of stuff that happened in 2023, and I got my boy, the Book Abyss. Where is he at? There he is, right there. What's going on, buddy?
What's up? Not much, man. How you been?
Pretty good, man. So we're just talking some
Good.
10-cent DC and some 12-cent, 15-cent, how hard they are to find these days. And hell, the 20 and 25 cents are getting harder to find, So
I know, yeah.
it's crazy. I usually pick up any Superman, any Batman I can find that's 10 cent, 12 cent. Because, you can usually find them kind of cheap, especially a Superman, for what they are.
Yeah.
Him starting in the 39 and 40s, you can get a 10 cent or 12 cent Superman and still be in the high hundreds. So,
Oh, I know, yeah. Like, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Like, heck, some of them, like Lois and Lane, Lanes, like, I wasn't all too hip to them, but, like, they got some pretty cool stuff in them.
Yeah, they got some cool covers, and his
Yeah,
pal
like
Jimmy
the Bizarro
Olsen.
shit.
See those?
Yeah, the Jimmy Olsen.
You
Yeah.
can find old Aquaman. You can find old Green Lantern sometimes. I like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I do too. Like
any
all the
old book
weird
I
stuff.
just pick up, you know what I mean? So we got Phil-tastic in the house. Howdy, dope. I'm a little under the weather and I can't stick around, but I wanted to wish you a happy new year. Phil, you should stay around. We're going to talk all good things that happened in 2023. You can catch it on the rewind. And from Australia, we got Mad Spidey. What is going on, buddy? I know you got one of your top 100 ASM books this year. So that's pretty cool. Knocked another one off the list. I think he's down to 2, which I think is 1 and 3. These number 1 and number 3, and you have all 1 through 100. So
wow,
pretty impressive. So, and look at there. There's my man. What is up? Happy New Year, my Ghost Rider companion. I might as well just say it. That's what I've been big on this year. I never really got into Ghost Rider. Never really. I don't know why. I just never read it. And then all of a sudden, I think it. Well, we'll talk about it later. But Ghost Rider is my new obsession. I think. So
cool.
I'm obsessed with Ghost Rider.
I caught some of your rewinds and stuff, and I seen you were talking about Ghost Rider. Like you're really digging it.
Oh yeah, that's all I'm into these days. I'm reading the 2022 right now, the Benjamin Percy run, and I love it.
I think I might have a trade of that. Like I got my son. It was like a big thick one. I think it was like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Or it was something like 2000. I don't think it ain't the new ones.
This is what I'm reading now. It's
oh cool.
It's Johnny Blaze, so cool. Getting caught up all the Johnny Blaze stuff. And I think the reason I never really read Ghost Rider is because of how dumbass the movies are. So
yeah, the movies kind of got like, especially the second one was
the first one I watched. I watched the first one and it sucked, and it was kind of cheesy and campy. And then I watched the second one and it was nothing like the first one. It was trying to be more of a horror movie and more serious, but it was still cheesy, So
yeah, I'd say out of them two, I'd probably float towards the first one because it kind of did like his origin thing.
Yeah, and I thought if you read this Ghost Rider, the one I'm talking about, Benjamin Percy from 2022, it's a horror, so it's real. I mean, it's got crazy shit going on in there, so I really like it. It's not a super. It ain't really got any more superheroes in it, so I'm not into the superhero stuff. I'm into more of the horror.
Yeah,
same thing with Hulk. Hulk's that way now. Yeah. It's more horror. Anytime he's hanging out with defenders and shit, I don't like all that.
Yeah. Say like I read a little bit of the Immortal Hulk. Yeah. Like I read some of that, and like I ain't read none of the newer stuff though. But
the new run out right now is awesome.
Is it?
Like I said, it's him fighting monsters again and turning into a monster, and sometimes he's suicidal and just skinny and freaking out. So
yeah. Huh. Cool.
I like it. I just don't. I think it's cheesy when he's running around in a trench coat and talking and got a girlfriend and a machine gun and it's just stupid.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Yeah,
that's Joe Fixit, more of that kind of Hulk. I don't get in any of that. So Matt Spidey said 3 books from the entire run. I know it's 1, and I know it's I think 3. I don't know what the other one be. It might be 2. He might need 1, 2, and 3. I don't know. But I think he's got 2.
Hey, still that's good though, man. Like
yeah. Oh, 1 to current, not 1 to 100. 1 to current.
So 1 to current. Wow, that's a impressive.
Yeah, he's even buying that crap they're putting out now. That is impressive when you spend money on it. So, and there's so many Spider-Mans. There's like, Spider-Punk, man.
Yeah, Spider Noir and all that shit.
Yeah, and Miles.
Spider.
Yeah, 1, 3, and 4 he says. So
nice. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, there's my man. He says, I have all 81 issues of Volume 1. We're all trying to complete the 9/8 set as well. Dang. If you're trying to get 1 through 81 in a 9/8, that's something. So
yeah, that is. That's a lot of money.
yeah. Yeah, and since you brought it up, we might as well talk right off the bat. You got any goals for 2024? Anything you want to get in 2024?
Anything I want to get, like books and stuff?
Anything, yeah. It don't matter. Books, VHS.
I mean, like, pretty much, like, I'd say, like, comic-wise, like, I've been kind of, like, floating towards, like, the DC villains, like the Batman supervillains, and Flash. I've been really on like Flash, the supervillains. I got some corny names, but like they're still cool. Like
love
Captain
Mr.
Cold.
Yeah, Captain Cold's mad. When you look at him, I don't like Flash, but I like some of his villains, and there's a lot of cool Captain Cold covers.
Because like Mirror Master is what got me, like, because I was reading Grant Morrison's Animal Man. And Mirror Master showed up in it, and I was like, "Oh, he's a pretty cool dude," Like I was kind of digging him, and I was like, "What's his first? Like, where did he come from?" Because I know like Grant Morrison, he likes finding them little D-list characters and bringing them back, and I found out that he's from Flash, and I was like, "Cool, I want to get his first appearance," which that ain't ever happened. Like, because that's like basically, I think it's 105, I think, but it's like the self-title Flash, and that's the first appearance of Mirror Master. But yeah, like the closest I got was like his second appearance, but still cool.
Well, I'll tell you something cool you need to read. I read it this year. I started reading it. It's called A Rogues, and it's 4 issues, maybe 5, and it's DC, and it's the bigger magazine form books.
Okay, the black label,
and it's called Rogues, and it's basically Flash's Rogues category.
The Rogues Gallery or whatever the dude.
But they're old now. And
wow, that's cool.
And they all got real jobs. Some of them's in prison, one's in a insane asylum. And
dude, I gotta buy that.
But
I gotta check
Captain
it out.
Code's working in a factory, and he gets tired of all this bullshit. So he decides to get the gang back together for one more robbery. And he goes and tracks down Mirror Master and a bunch of the other guys.
Yeah.
And
Boomerang.
Yeah, he gets his crew together. There's about 5 of them, and they decide to do one more robbery. That way, they don't have to live that kind of life no more.
And, no way. So it's like a big heist book.
Yeah, it's a heist it's called Rogues. So
cool, man. I'm gonna have to go check that out.
Yeah, let me see if I can see it on here real quick. I'll show you what it looks like.
I know, like, it's the newer books sometimes. Like, I usually wait sometimes, like, for the trades to come out so I can just read them all, like, nonstop. I actually started reading, it's been a little while back, though, but, like, the Flash, like, the Silver Age.
Yeah.
Dude, that stuff's so funny. Like, hearing his girlfriend's, like, shit talking him, like, and telling him he's a slow, and, and he's, like, worthless, basically, and I'm like, and it was just getting me rolling, like how much she'd shit talk him. Like, I'm like, wow, they let that go on in comics.
Yeah, they were.
He was like busting his balls about stuff.
Yeah, I loved it. That's what the first one looks like. It's got Captain Code on the front.
Oh, okay. I think I might have seen that before. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely pick them up.
But
so it's like, they get all back together to do one big heist.
One more heist. Yeah, he gets all back together. So yeah.
Okay.
He's got 16 books so far and 9/8, and long game grail run for me. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a long run. So because there's a lot of black covers in there, but there's a lot of cool covers in that first run too. I think my favorite
Spider-Man.
This is the Ghost Rider. He's gonna get 9/8 of the whole first complete run, which is volume 1, which is 81 issues. Yeah. I'm putting together a run of 81 this year, but I'm not going to do 9/8. I'm just going to try to get all raw copies. That way I can at least read it all that way.
Yeah.
But, well, I do a comic, my comic shop. And,
okay, yeah.
You can get them pretty cheap. And what I do, I just type in I put in Ghost Rider volume 1 and 1 through 81 pops up and I look for, reasonable price ones and I just pick off the cheap ones as I can. And
yeah.
And a lot of times you get they kind of undergrade them. I think a lot of times I think I'm getting a 3.5 or 4, and I get it and it looks great. So,
really, but that's cool though.
Yeah, they're all cheap. I'm definitely not doing the 9/8 because there's a lot of cool black covers in there.
Oh yeah, there definitely is. Like that, I think the very last issue is like a black cover too.
Yeah, there's a lot
like
of
a skull. Yeah. There's like definitely a ton.
There's one I like. It's in the 60s, and it's my favorite cover of any Ghost Rider. I'll show you.
I don't have any Ghost Riders anymore. I used to have. Well, actually, I take that back. I got the '90s one. I just bought like recent because I was like, I want that because I remember when I was a little kid, I was like, that fucking cover is just awesome.
Yeah.
Which Ghost Rider that is? Because it ain't Johnny Blaze.
Yeah, Danny Ketch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna read him next. I think there's all kinds of them now. There's a Uncle.
That's
Sal.
Really good.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I'll show you my favorite cover. It's not an expensive book, and it's in this. I want to say it was in this. Here it is, right here.
The only one I got the Silver Age one, but it's the Western.
Yeah, I love that too. This is number 63. It's my favorite cover.
Oh yeah.
And I just like the motorcycle. I like him throwing the pumpkin on fire. That's my favorite Ghost Rider right there. Because you'll see he's got a lot of chains on him, and he's got crazy stuff. Got a chainsaw, or I don't like the other bike either. There's some that's got the bike, the big like ninja bike. That's more Danny Ketch stuff.
Yeah. That's like the '90s one type deal. Like they revamped the bike or whatever, trying to make it like a crotch rocket.
Yeah. And now there's an Uncle Sal that's in Hulk, and let's see if I can find it. I ain't got it on me. Let's see here. It's right here. He's a World War II veteran. And
cool.
he's got the old Harley, old knucklehead or something.
Yeah. I can't see the motor, but yeah, I know because like some of the early Ghost Riders, like the Johnny Blaze, he's like riding a shovel head and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I love all that, so I think it's all pretty cool.
Oh, dude, I gotta go grab something real quick. I want to show you. Since you like Ghost Rider.
What is up, Steve White? Happy birthday, Dope. Happy birthday. Happy New Year, Dope. I cannot read, so I don't know why I got a comic book show when I can't even read. Yeah, that's awesome. Where'd you get that at?
I got a little con. It was in a book with a bunch of Captain Marvel, the new Captain Marvel, whatever. It was like a big book, and they cut out all the pictures in it. But I found that Ghost Rider, and I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
he's cool. Like out in space and shit, or like going off a ridge. But yeah, small, but
I go down these rabbit holes. I found Ghost Rider because I'm a big Hulk fan, and he was in Hulk. So then I started reading that, and then I had to go out and try to get all the expensive Ghost Rider books. And now I want a damn motorcycle, so I'm going.
Hey.
Now, I've always wanted a motorcycle. I used to ride when I was little, dirt bikes and stuff. And my dad rides bikes. My stepdad rides bikes. My brother-in-laws all ride bikes. My father-in-law rides bikes. So, but I always said, I got a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old. And I'm like, I ain't gonna ride them when they get bigger because I don't want something to, I don't want to die.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
when my kids move out, I plan on getting a bike. So
yeah,
I'm into cafe.
I might tell you.
Like that. Huh?
I might sell you one of mine.
I'm into cafe racers and stuff. I like the old Triumphs. And
I've got an old it's a 78 Suzuki GS 750, and they take them old bikes like Mad Max, but like they take them, make them into cafe racers and shit. They're fast.
I love all that stuff. The Triumphs, the Norlands, the Suzukis, the Kawasaki's, old Hondas. Just take the fender, anything you don't need off of it, and just flat black it all out and ride it. So
like dent the tanks up a little bit where you hug your knees on it.
Yeah, that's awesome stuff.
Put the little one seater on the back. Yeah, I used to want to do that, like with that old Suzuki, and then I was like, man, I'm just keeping it all stock and stuff because I was like, it looked like if you watch Mad Max, like the original one, it looked like them. I used to have a KZ 1000, like the type of bikes that they used in that.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, they were pretty sweet.
Any of those 70 bikes and stuff, I'll take any of them.
But I got a little Sportster too.
Yeah, that's cool too. So 883 or something.
Yeah. It was an 883. It's like, when I just got some money together and I wanted a little Harley at the time, I got that and I dumped a bunch of money in it and it's pretty cool. And then, now like my old man, he's got a Fat Boy and I've been going riding that thing. So,
yeah, I'd cut the fenders down and make it a bobber and just, like you said, all black and just, I like straight handlebars, just the straight.
Yeah, I had on that Suzuki I got Z bars, but they're kind of like drag bars. They go up and they kick out, and they're like you're just laid out on the bike. It's pretty cool.
Oh man!
But it'll kill your back.
Steve says Ghost Rider and Hulk is fantastic. Steve, the whole Hulk run this year, since we got away from dumbass Donnie Cates and all that space Hulk shit, it's good again. We got monsters. We got great artwork. I love everything about it. You got Nick Klein on the artwork. It's all amazing. Oh man, there's my boy KB. Hey, Dope and the Dope. What is that?
Dope's tonight.
He's smarter than I am. Hell, I'm sitting there doing a review show and I don't even know what he's writing on there. But KB's the man. Like KB a lot. And here's Jacob. Talk to Jacob all the time. Hey, Dope. Hey, Abyss. You know Jacob? You ever talk to Jacob? You get along with Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob I ain't talked to him before, but I think I've seen him on like low grades or something.
Yeah, Jacob is trying to. Well, he's trying, but I'm going to do it. This is the year. I'm going to read Morrison's Swamp Thing run. He's a big Swamp Thing guy, and he wants me to read some Adam Moore or what's his name? Grant Morrison.
Moore.
Yeah.
Grant Morrison.
Yeah. So I'm going to give that a shot and see what it's all about because I'm a big Man Thing guy. I love Swamp Thing, what I read, but I haven't read none of the classic stuff because I've always read Man Thing. Usually nothing but DC for the most part. But
dude, Alan Moore's stuff's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I've always read all the DC stuff, but here I am with, House of Secrets 92, and I've never really got into Swamp Thing, so I should be into it. But it's the only one I haven't really read of all the DC people. So I'm going to see what's up with that. It's just kind of crazy. I don't know if you know anything about it, but what the stuff I've read, there's like the green, and there's the red, and there's the gray, which is the rot, and the red is the animals, like Animal Man, and the green is vegetation. It's kind of a lot to keep up with. Where if you read Man Thing stories, he's just going through the swamp and just clueless, what I mean?
They're like not really talking about him too much. They're like, this is a big Man Thing walking back here.
Very simple stories, you know what I'm saying?
Heck yeah. So, yeah, I've got an essential. Like, you ever get to pick them up, the essentials?
Yeah.
I got a Man Thing of that.
You got a Man Thing of that?
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about, but I don't think I'll do it. I was going to get some. Oh, cool. Yeah.
What you got?
No. The one I got's the essentials. It's the black and white ones.
I meant the essential, the big book.
Yeah. Oh, no, I wish I had that omnibus of that. Like, that'd be awesome. Yeah, the one I got is this one.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's bigger than this one. This one's pretty thick.
Oh, yeah. This is pretty thick. This is this has got Savage Tales #1. It's got Tales
Marvel 2-in-1. This has got Man Thing 1 through 8. Plus material from Savage Tales #1. Then it's got Fear #10, and then it's got Monsters Unleashed #5.
It's pretty much got it all in. Yeah, damn.
Yeah,
this one's cool. I mean, it's got like a bunch of old black and white.
You ever read Man Thing #5 about the clown, suicide clown?
No, I haven't. I haven't read it, but yeah, I got it. Yeah, the one about the suicide. Yeah, it's got the clown on the front. It's like I think it's the clown won't cry no more or some shit.
Yeah,
like
it's like a Night of Laughing Dead. It's called or something like that. So
yeah.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Definitely cool. Yeah,
Comic
I've got
Kid Collectibles. Hello.
I'm not sure if I can read it, but I might try. You know,
Brian, local comic stud. Hello. Let's see here.
I can't get it, but I've got some of the if you ever go get some of the Alan Moore stuff though, man. If you like want to get a nice one of it, get the Absolute editions. They're really big and they're super cool, man. Like they got a nice slip, and the actual book is kind of like a fleece, like a flock, like a moss, like Moss Man.
Yeah,
it feels all mossy and stuff. It's really cool.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I was trying to get that out, but oh yeah, man.
I don't know, man. I just look at this stuff. Do you have a movie of the year for 2023?
A movie of the year?
It wasn't a good year for movies, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, like off the top of the head, I don't know. Right off the bat, like
the two I like. Did you go see Thanksgiving?
No, I did not. I wanted to check that out.
You got to check that out. It took me back to the 90s. It reminded me of Scream, or I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's a slasher flick. Cool. It looks like we're going to have one probably every Thanksgiving. They left it open at the end for more. Brutal killings. Killings are freaking crazy killings in it. Super gory, super crazy. Fun movie. I mean, it's not going to win an Oscar or nothing, but it was really a fun movie. So left you wondering every time, who's behind the mask, kind of like Scream, so.
Heck yeah. I kind of like that. Like I was hoping it was going to be good because I love slashers like this, because all that is it's like a gore fest, kind of like just people get murdered.
Yep.
Waiting.
High school. Yeah. It's what I remember growing up. I loved movies growing up like that because, back then you had all your Friday the 13th movies, and hell, it wasn't nothing but like slashers and titties everywhere. Now you don't see titties in horror movies. I don't know what happened, but they're not going to show them no more. And back then, you had nothing but beautiful girls in movies. Now you gotta have a little bit of everything. It's crazy now. So they try to make everything crazy. None of these people in these cabins would be together. You got like one jock, one nerd, one gangster guy, one whore. I mean, none of the people would be together.
Like that kind of like when you're talking about that kind of reminded me of the way you were talking about it, kind of like when you just said that, like Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
You ever watched that? That was pretty cool. See, like right here. Like right here is one of these Swamp Things.
Yeah. Alan Moore run. That's what he wants me to read.
Dude, these things are awesome.
I ain't reading all that, Jacob. Look how big that thing is.
Oh, this thing's cool, man. Like that's the front of it. Yeah, like they did a really awesome job though, like with this, like just to open it up. Oh, if I can get it the right way.
Have you read it?
I've read this, but not this. The Absolute.
You a big Swamp Thing guy, or you like Man?
Oh yeah. I like them both, but like I ain't read a ton of Man Thing. I've read little bits and pieces. But
for the people that don't know, do you have that Man Thing art close?
Oh, that
this
one
guy
thing
is
that I did.
A hell of an artist. He's got the artist hand. I wish you could see his Man Thing art.
I can look real quick.
Well, go look. He's got some Man Thing art. It was amazing. I'd love to have a tattoo of it.
I'll have to send you a sticker of it.
Yeah.
So, like right here's my like weird little tar man. But yeah,
let me make you big.
Like that one's not that cool. That one's not that cool, but
let me see here. Hold on a minute. I don't know how to make you big.
But I'll find that one Man Thing there for you. Oh, you got me all
putting you on the spot, man.
Yeah. Let me see. Like, all right, so right here's that Man Thing.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Yeah, I did.
You told me you could draw, and I was like, yeah. Everybody says I can draw, but you can draw.
A little bit, not much. And then like right here's one like I need to get around to finishing it. It's like another man thing I was working on.
Yeah, I love your
Just
style, man.
Like some weird, crazy. I just forgot to get his elephant nose. And I'm right now. I'm working on I've got to get it finished there for my buddy Clint. He's actually making a comic. I told him I'd draw a picture for it, and it kind of goes with the story though.
No.
But this weird owl, I ain't got it finished yet. But
that's
the moon
cool.
and stuff, and the house is like kind of.
I'll let you do the cover.
I ain't that good.
You need to get you need to get one of those like the Swamp Thing or the Man Thing, just the ones that come the blanks, I guess what they're called, with just the name across the top.
Yeah, the covers.
Yeah, because the Man Thing things you got right there look awesome on front of one of those.
Oh yeah, I could definitely do some crazy stuff. Yeah, like see like right there's one of the little stickers if I can.
Yeah, that's cool. Awesome stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
But another movie I liked this year was you probably didn't get to see this either, but it's The Last Voyage of the Demeter.
No, I did not, but I wanted to see that too. I heard that was pretty damn cool.
Yeah, it was. It left it open for a part 2 too, so I'm hoping for a second one of that. So,
see, was that actually Dracula?
It's a ship going from Transylvania to England, and a lot of people died during this period, and they wanted their coffins put on this board to go back and bury them at their homeland. And there's a group on this ship, maybe of 15 people working on the ship, and they load up these caskets in the bottom of this ship, and they've got livestock on the ship. They got enough stuff to last the trip. And the first night, they get up the next morning, and something killed all the livestock, drained the blood out of everything. And they're like, what the hell? So they start blaming each other, one of us is a dumbass. This is our whole food supply to last us across whatever sea that is.
Dead now.
Yeah, yeah. And they all start fighting amongst each other. And then the next night, one comes up dead. And then they're all like trying to figure out who's doing it.
Yeah, and, they're all.
Come to find out that Dracula needs to feed. So he has to keep them alive across the ocean. Because if they all died the same night, he wouldn't have no blood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So he's only killing one a night. And after a while, they figure out, hey, only one's dying every night. So they all start making a pact, sticking together. But
they probably thought it was one of them, like trying to kill each. And they were all like trying to, had it out for each other.
Yep. Exactly what happened. But it was a good movie.
I can't remember what movie it was. I watched recent. I have the worst memory of movies. Like I watch so many movies I forget. Hey, speaking of, have you ever watched that one? It was I think it's on Netflix, the BBC Dracula.
No, I haven't seen that one. Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like 4.
Yeah, miniseries.
Somebody told me to watch that, and I said it's in my. I'm planning on watching that.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I like the guy that played Dracula in it. He did a pretty good job.
I know you're big on the. We got Netflix and Amazon, and I do Tubi. You turned me on to Tubi. But on Netflix, the 2 best things I found on Netflix this year, I watched Rebel Moon. I don't know if you've seen that.
I seen the trailer to that, and that looked awesome. I wanted to check that out.
Yeah, it's Zack Snyder. It was his pitch to Disney for Star Wars. They turned it down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's a lot more.
It looked pretty epic.
He's got a rated R version that's supposed to be even more gory than the one he's got. But if you watch it and it's Star Wars, you'll see stuff like, I bet you that was supposed to be, Darth Vader right there. You start figuring, you're trying, that kind of looks like it might have been C-3PO's part right there. But it's a good movie, and they're coming out with a part 2 already. So,
really?
And it's the most expensive movie that Netflix has ever made. So,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked really cool. I was going to check. I didn't know Zack Snyder directed it or anything like that, or wrote it.
It's not as good as I think of. Last year, I liked Predator Prey better on Netflix. I don't know if you ever watched it.
But, no, on Hulu.
Was it Hulu? Was that what it was on?
Yeah.
Predator Prey is my favorite movie of. That could have been out in the theater, I thought.
Oh man, there was a movie that actually came out on Hulu. I just watched. Crap, can't remember what it was. Hey, you remember what the movie was we watched Hulu? When? The new movie that came out. I'm all like asking.
I don't have Hulu, so
I can't remember what it was, but yeah, the Prey movie, that was awesome.
There's another movie on Netflix I like called The Wolfman, and it's pretty good.
It's The Wolfman.
It's called The Wolfman. It's a classic movie called The Wolfman, and it's basically exactly what it says. It's a werewolf movie.
Is it got Benicio del Toro or?
It's got somebody famous in it. I don't know who he is, but he returns home to England, and people are coming up dying. Yeah, it's called The Wolfman.
I can't think. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, that is a really good movie. I can't think of the gentleman that did. I don't know if it was the makeup work for the actual Wolfman.
Yeah,
but I think he had some say so into that Wolfman. That's why they kind of look like old school Wolfman.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got it on Blu-ray, and it's got like a theatrical version. It's got an unrated version. I think the unrated version has got like. Don't correct me or correct. I'm not sure if I'm right, but I think it's like almost an hour or half an hour of extra footage got cut from the theatrical. It's pretty cool.
Who Dat Comics and Movies? Happy New Year, guys! What's going on? Yeah, that's the best things I thought on Netflix this year. Let's see what else is there's The Wolfman and Rebel Moon. You get any cool toys this year?
Any cool toys? Not really too cool, but I did get this.
Yeah, I know what that is. Yeah. Yep.
My buddy, like, we did a trade, and I thought that was super cool, and he sent me that. This thing is super hard to get a picture of. I think it's because like how the sheet is.
Like it reminds me of a kid. When I was a kid, I loved Muscle Men.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, they made it look like a little muscle man.
Yeah. Me, I've been collecting. I don't know if you can see them all, but there's a ton of. See if I can.
I remember we were talking about one time Doomsday.
Yeah, that too. But all them Hulks back there, I love Hulks. And
yeah, I didn't feel that. Like, yeah, you got like a green
row.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, I love the Hulks and I love the McFarlane stuff because it's so detailed. And Hulk's my favorite person ever. But my favorite action figure I picked up this year is Polka Dot Man. You're talking about obscure DC villains. And the reason I like this one more than the Hulks is because, well, I mean, it's detailed and it's McFarlane and everything. But the thing I like about it is they're never going to make another Polka Dot Man. I'm surprised they made this. You know what I mean? Because they had to lose their ass because who the hell was buying Polka Dot Man?
I think why they made him was I think wasn't he in Suicide Squad or something like that?
Yeah, he was in Suicide Squad. But I mean, I was so surprised that they made a toy of that because I mean, I'm sure you can go to any Big Lots right now and that's all it's on the shelf at half price. You know, it's just like
I'd definitely buy one of them. Like,
yeah, I love it, but I know a lot of people don't like C and D list villains. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
there'll probably never be another Polka Dot Man toy, so I had to grab it like this. I like Polka Dot Man. I like Red Skull. You never see no Red Skull toys.
Yeah.
You know, but no.
Yeah, like I don't think that. Well, they would. I don't think they put him out too much just from what he is.
Well, that and have you ever heard of Hate Monger?
Yeah, Hate Monger. Yeah.
You know that's Hitler. I don't know if you know it, but it's Hitler over there. And they wouldn't dare make a toy of that now. But I've got Fantastic Four number 21. I've got a couple copies of that. And at the end of it, they do the old Scooby Doo. They pull the cloak off of him, you know, and Hitler under there, and it's like you got Hitler fighting Captain. You know, you got him fighting everybody. So, but yeah, they'd never make an action figure of that, but I'd still want one. You know, you got some of these people that you see these people that make the action figures like out of their house. Just
take
the head off this, the body off that, and
I got a buddy. I got a buddy, a couple buddies that do that, and like they do a pretty damn good job of it. Like, and some of them like they make little dioramas, like to set them up in there and have them all for like toy photography and shit.
Some do the back, like the card stock, you know what I mean, and the bubble and everything. You know, it's like
they'll just keep it all up in it.
Yeah,
I know. I was at a one of my comic shops, and they had an April O'Neil OG like Turtles toy, and they had it. I think they wanted I think it was like $49. It was unopened, still sealed, and then they had a couple She-Ra ones, and they were wanting some cash for them. I'm like, what the heck? I was like, why can't we get a Swamp Thing toy?
Yeah, I love the Ninja Turtles kid because they came with so much shit. You know, anything that came with a lot of weapons, I always liked. The G.I. Joes, I'd always buy like Storm Shadow, and any of it came with a lot of. If it came with a dog or an alligator or something like the G.I. Joe toys, you had to have that.
Yeah, getting more bang for your buck.
Yeah, the worst was called. I don't know if you remember, but there was a G.I. Joe named Lifeline, and he wouldn't touch a gun. He just walked around with a suitcase because he was a medical doctor. I'm like, who in the fuck would buy that? Lifeline, refused to shoot anybody, refused to touch a gun.
Refused to resuscitate or whatever.
Yeah, he came with like a defibrillator, and that was it.
Yeah, he's already dead. We can't bring him back.
For sure. So let's see what else we got. I got an AOK. We was talking about art. Here's an AOK that one of my subscribers gave me. Look at that.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
And I like the Joker a lot, so I'm building a big old Joker. Cool. I got all my Joker action figures over there, and I got that one. And I don't know if you can see it, but I got another big one. Is that big one back there?
Oh, okay, yeah.
I got a couple of those. So I'm really into the Joker show. This is an awesome action figure I got this year too. You want to talk about detail?
Oh wow.
Oh, Riddler. You seen the Batman?
Oh yeah, the newer one.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty awesome.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I ain't picked up new action figures a little bit. Like I was picking up like them NECAs, like getting the horror stuff, and then I was like kind of fell out.
Yeah, I love the cheap ones at Walmart. I think they're like Tiny Terras or Toon Terra.
Oh yeah.
I've got a bunch of those.
Do you got the Herbert West?
The what?
Herbert West.
Oh,
dude. If I don't knock him over, which I probably will knock something over, but I think he's probably about one of the coolest Tiny Terrors.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, he's got a little. He's Reanimator.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, and he's got the little tray with the head in it. He's holding.
I'm looking at mine. I got Michael Myers. I got It. I got Freddy, and I got Jason.
You know they made a Captain Spaulding.
I knew they made a Scream too. I want the Scream one. I can't find it.
Yeah, Ghostface. If I ever see it, man, I'll have to pick it up because I know some of my shops they get them.
And there's a Chucky, and he's half size.
Yeah.
And I want that one too, but I can't never find it at my local Walmart. So
I know like the regular NECA figures, they made what was it? Puppet Master ones, but they're actually small. They're like maybe the leg length of a regular NECA. It's like really small, but they stick them in the case, and the case opens up like the suitcase with all the Puppet Master dolls in it. Yeah, they put like 2 of them in it. So when you buy them, you get 2.
I love the other ones at Walmart, the real realistic ones, but I don't want to pay $40 fucking for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like that's like some of the ones. Like I got the NECA ones, like the Jason ones. I think I got. I got a lot of Jason ones. I got a Michael Myers one. I got.
They always come like 2 or 3 heads and 2 or 3 sets of hands and.
Yeah, the ultimate and shit. Like you can read. I had a Ninja Turtles one, but like the old. It was like it looked like from the actual movie, the OG movie.
Yeah.
And that thing was awesome, man. Like I had a Raphael, and I'd have him sitting there. I mean, literally, you looked at him, you could see like the little dot, the pupil in his eye, like the light hitting it. And it was crazy.
Here's a cool one I found.
That is cool. That is like super detailed.
Yeah. I find them raw sometime. Instead of paying $40 for them, I'll find them raw at one of my comic stores, and they're in the little Ziploc bags. They want like $5 or $6 for them. I'll pick these up.
shit, I'd buy them all the time.
Yeah, that's what I do. I don't buy hardly anything new now. It's just some cheap Walmart ones.
Yeah. What was it? I know it's like a Universal Monsters one of the Creature from the Black Lagoon, but I forget who made it. But they're in the little black box, and it was a glow in the dark one. It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
they're basically awesome. It was like Creature of the Black Lagoon, like you had like that, but it didn't look as good looking. But he was like glow in the dark, so if you stick them in the light, the green would just glow. That's pretty cool.
There's those Sleepy Readers 666. Happy New Year. Back at you, Sleepy.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What else I got wrote down to talk about? Best read of the year. You got anything you like best read wise? Book, comic book? Gotta be something you read this year. You read a lot of stuff.
Yeah, sometimes. I'd say probably this year because I kind of was slacking on some things, but I kind of like really liked Grant Morrison's Animal Man, like
there you go.
His run on that. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Like I couldn't put it down when I started reading it.
Yeah,
I know some people don't like him, but
there's another guy on here, Tim Nerdy. He's always reading. He's big on Animal Man. I mean, Animal Man seems to be catching on, So
yeah, and like, okay,
I read Swamp Thing's Green Hell. It's like 3 or 4 issues.
I've been wanting to check that out, man.
It's really good artwork, and it's got an animal woman in it. It's supposed to be the sister, I guess. But
no, it's Buddy Baker's daughter.
See, I've never read no animal nothing. That's all I've have exposed to her. But you probably like that because it's got animal woman in it.
Yeah, so basically, like Grant Morrison's run on Animal Man, the very first issue is kind of like, I guess it's her first appearance. Like it's his daughter, but she grows up to become Animal Woman.
She's vicious in there, so it's pretty cool. So
really, yeah, I ain't never read nothing with her, but I do know that.
Yeah, it's really neat book.
That's cool.
Yeah, you need to read Old Green Hell if you can find it. It's 3 issues, and they're all bigger, and it's the like we talked about earlier, what's the DC Black?
Oh, the Black Label.
Yeah. So
yeah,
it's a little bit more edgy cool stuff. Yeah. Best thing I read this year, I'm just going to have to say Benjamin Percy's Ghost Rider from last year. So I'm hooked on it. So.
Oh yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Worst comics. Anything bad you read this year? I'm gonna get on my soapbox here.
I probably would say I probably have a bunch of people hating on me. I think it was last year I read it, or not last year, but this year. Like the beginning, it was towards the end of this. But Tokyo Ghost, I didn't care for that much. That's kind of I didn't get into the second. I read the first volume of it, and I was just like, eh.
I've got 3. I'm gonna have to get on my soapbox. Green Lantern, Alan Scott. I don't know if you know about this book this year, but Alan Scott, the Green Lantern, came out in 1940. He's a Bill Finger co-wrote or made Green Lantern. That's over 100 years ago. Well, they came out with a new Alan Scott Green Lantern run this year, and we found out the whole time he's been gay. So, they made a new Alan Scott Green Lantern. I'm thinking Bill Finger probably didn't okay this. He's dead rolling in his grave. They made him gay, and if you're gay, you're gay. That's fine. But you shouldn't have touched the old Green Lantern from 1940. They made him gay, and they made this story back in 1940, and he's going down to the ships, and he's looking for somebody to have sex with for $5. And you can look all this up. He's looking for somebody to have sex with. He's looking at these little boys, and he's gay, and his boyfriend dies and comes back as the Pink Lantern. And I'm thinking Bill Finger would be rolling in his grave if he knew anything about any of this. Nobody's going to read it. It's like an awful selling book. Nobody's buying it. So,
really?
Green Lantern,
is it all golden? Is it all the golden age? Is it all the golden age?
DC Golden Age, what they're calling it, but it came out this year, and it's supposed to take place in the 40s. Yeah. And he's supposed to be acting like it's supposed to take place in the 40s. And his friend gets sent to a insane asylum that's gay, and they give him a lobotomy. And he's trying to make sure nobody finds out he's gay, but he's still got to go down to the harbor and have sex with boys. And it's like, this is ridiculous. So
yeah, that's pretty crazy. Like, I'm surprised
that to do with superhero stuff. So
yeah,
And the other book I don't like is, huh?
I said, I'm surprised that got green lighted. Like,
yeah,
like,
yeah, it's horrible. That, and it ain't selling worth a damn. The other book I don't like that a lot of people do like, but it's Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman just came out again, and it's real political, and I don't like politics in my damn comic books. You know, I try to read comic books to escape all that shit and to escape the world. I don't want political crap in my books. So, you know, I like to just get a comic book and escape the comic book land. You know, leave this shit behind, you know. So I don't like anything like that's in my comic books. And that's what the big fuss has been here lately is people talking about, you know, the writers of these comic books are putting their own personal preferences in the books instead of giving you a good, you know, I don't know, Ghost Rider story. They're like, hey, well, I'm going to make Ghost Rider me and I'm going to tell what happens, you know, being whatever, you know. I'm like, well, this is stupid. Just give me the old Ghost Rider. I don't care about your book.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, dude. Man. Here's something cool I picked up. I don't know if you've read it. Do you like?
Yeah, that's cool.
The Pro.
Yeah.
I've seen that. I was like,
got a little bit of a cult following right there. She's like a hooker.
Yeah. She's a prostitute. Like, it becomes a superhero, and like all the other stars, they become superheroes and shit.
Yeah. Sleeper Reader says Morrison's animal fun, crazy stuff. Yeah. Green Hell did look real good. Yeah, that's awesome.
You enjoy that.
That's really cool.
Old Green Lantern.
That's Alan Scott.
Talking about.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's my man, Alan Scott.
This thing's like beat to crap though.
And that just gives the character, man. That makes it cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's falling apart, like the cover, like everything.
I love it.
Like you couldn't even open it, just shred probably. But I seen it, I was like,
yeah, I took, I don't know, Batman single digits, and I love them. I'll put damn Scotch tape on them and hold them together. I don't care, you know.
Yeah,
I love the book. You know what I mean? Everybody's like, oh, you can't touch it. You got to wear white gloves. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to keep it for another 100 years.
I know. Yeah, it's like, I mean, this thing's like, it's gone, but I couldn't leave it. I was like, that's too cool of a book and the age for it. It's just too much history.
Where'd you get it at?
Leave it. I'm at my one comic shop that I usually go to. So it's the one I usually run to quite a bit. I've actually found some pretty cool stuff there, but they sometimes get some cool stuff in there. Like they got their little Silver Age boxes and stuff, and Golden Age. They'll have it under a counter. You got to ask for them, put it out. So every once in a while, I get surprised.
Let's see here. Let's do Sleeper of the Year. I know I didn't tell you about that one, I don't think, but Sleeper of the Year, best comic book I like that nobody was talking about. And I'm going to show you what my best comic book read was of the year that nobody was talking about. Capwolf and the Howling Commandos. So, had cool covers. It's 4 parts. We got 1 left. But I'm loving this read. Nobody talks about it. It's written by Stephanie Phillips. Capwolf.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't gonna win no Oscar or nothing, but it's a fun read, fun little story.
That's cool.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I didn't pick it up at first, and then like one week I didn't have a lot to read, and I saw it sitting there, and I'm like, that sounds even fucking ridiculous. I don't even read a lot of Captain America anyway, but I was like, let me try it. And the art was great. It's a werewolf story. It's not real deep. I love it. So
I know, like
Sleeper of the Year.
Yeah, didn't they have a Capwolf or whatever? It was like in the 80s to 90s or something like that.
Yeah, I remember. I didn't read that. I thought it looked dumb.
I didn't either
dumb until I got it, and I was like, well, I'm hooked. So
yeah.
Oh me, best non-comic pickup of the year.
Ooh.
You know, see what my favorite thing was I got this year? It's not a comic.
What's that?
I think you've got the cartridge. Whoop.
Oh yeah. I got you got it in box and all.
Yeah, I've got the complete. But
nice.
I've been looking for one of these for a long time, and every once in a while you can probably piece one together cheaper than you can buy it whole. But you know,
it's kind of hard. But yeah,
the box is the most expensive thing, and then the manual is about $45. And then the game is actually the cheapest part, that and the sleeve. But I got this. Reminded me of my old days growing up. And the only other NES game I wanted.
That's actually a really fun game too. Like,
I never played it. And the other NES game I wanted is this one.
Yeah, I've got that one in the box.
It's the only two cool games, I think, horror-wise, that NES came out with.
Yeah. They had I think Monster Party, but it really technically wasn't like a horror game type deal. They had this other one, it was like a mystery one. It kind of had like a gargoyle with the glowing red eyes. I forget what it was called, but they had some like okay, but yeah, like that right there is like definitely straight up like horror franchise. Like,
yeah, they made a Texas Chainsaw Massacre Atari game.
Yeah, they made a Halloween one too.
Yeah, that stuff's hard to find.
That's super rare. Like, if you ever went and seen a game like an Atari cartridge that said Halloween on it, buy that. Like it. I don't know if there is there is another one. It's a Halloween one, but there is a Halloween game, and actually it's got music to it. You listen to it, it's like do 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 do, like weird little 8-bit.
Yeah. See, I collect that, and then I like the first releases of VHS movies. Not. I mean, yeah, it'd be cool to have a VHS of Halloween or anything. I don't know, Friday 13th from, 2000. What's last year of VHS? Maybe 2000. Probably not that long.
It's in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
or something like they slowly.
I like to get the original releases. So this one right here is 1985. This came out, when the movie came out.
Yeah, that's nice.
If you look on the back, you can look for it always tells you right down here. And then it tells you on the actual movie what year it is. But I try to find the 1985s and make sure they match. Some people try to screw you too. They'll give you an 85 box and you look in here and you got like a 96 movie or something. But I got the first release of that this year, and I got the first release of this classic, the Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah.
And this one's 1980. So
yeah,
for the original release. And I'd love to have a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but that damn thing, it's from Wizard. Wizard made it, and it came out in the mid 70s, and they're like $3,000 or $4,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know they got some cool. Like, I ain't went down that rabbit hole of VHS. Like, I'll pick up VHS like if it's out of print and I can't get it for like Blu-ray or DVD. I actually picked up some DVDs and movies like here recently. Like, it was pretty cool. I picked up I finally found a Blu-ray of it. It's Trick or Treat, but it's the German version, so you kind of got to go in it and go over and knock the subtitles off and shit and put it on English. And so that's not bad, but like pick that up. Cemetery Man. And what was the other one I picked up? Shit, I can't remember. But you ever watched New Year's Evil?
New Year's Evil. I don't think I've seen that one. I think I've seen like Thanksgiving. You ever seen Thanksgiving?
Yeah, the turkey. Yeah.
Let's see here. I don't know if I can see this or not. I put in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and there's the Atari game up top for $29,000.
Oh wow!
There's one, and there's another Wizard for $12,000.
They're all like graded though.
Yeah. So if I go on down, here's like the. Remember I told you they were cheaper than that. Here's the more I can afford. Just the.
Okay.
This is the $900 from the box.
Yeah, $897.
Yeah, you're not going to get
crazy.
The cheapest one on here. The cheapest one is $800. So I won't be getting any VHS Halloween, not less.
Wait about 10 years and then
yeah,
we can get them back to being $1
somewhere. Be the only way to find it. So
they'd be like dollar bills.
HAQ says, "Sup guys, new subscriber. Thanks, brother, for subbing me up. I could use all the help I can get. We have a lot of horror on here. We got a lot of comic talk on here and anything horror. So you might see posters, you might see VHS, you might see DVDs, you might see books, you might see anything. Action figures. We're talking it all. The best of the year. And there is actual Dracula. What is going on from Canada? He last time I seen him, he's wearing a pink ski mask rapping. So
Oh, shit.
yeah, he had a mask over his face and the holes cut out, and he was rapping. So actual Dracula from Canada.
Yeah.
He's a
big
Blue Jays fan. Oh man. So let's see here.
Just hung up one of my posts. Like, I finally got around getting a frame for it.
Let's see here. This is my best pickup of the year. My favorite. Here's my Ghost Rider 5.
Right.
Yeah. Spotlight 5. I want to try to get all them too. These, he's in Marvel Spotlight 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 and 11. And most of them can be had pretty cheap. So that's my favorite pickup of the year. Comic wise.
I don't got mine, but I picked up it was a low grade though, but I was able to eventually get it. It took me forever. It was a girl, Tomb 10.
Oh, that's awesome too. Blade.
Yeah. So I was able to finally get that. I've been wanting that forever, but it's like now I'm on Swamp Thing, House of Secrets, and I'm on Savage Tales for Lanthan.
And while we're talking about Blade, we might as well just cut right to it. Movies for 2024. I'm going to ask you about these movies, and you give me a 1 through 10 on how good you think they'll be. What about Blade right off the bat? Because Blade, I'm excited about Blade. I want a Blade.
I'm excited too. Yeah, I'm excited, but yeah, I've got like I hope it don't, but yeah, I'm thinking it's probably gonna. I'd probably just rate it like a 5. I'd give it a meet like in the middle with it, but
I hope it don't. But being Disney, I don't think they'll do justice. I don't think it's gonna be gory enough. I don't think it's gonna be good enough.
Even with it being rated R, like I don't think they're gonna go push it to that level. Like
Marvel owning Disney. Yeah, Marvel owning Disney. I don't think they know how to do a Blade, and I don't think they know how to do a Punisher.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think they know how to do a Hulk either, because I'd do a violent Hulk, and they won't do that either.
So. Yeah, that would be cool too. I would definitely watch it. Like if they made a Hulk, it was more like darker.
Yeah. I want to see more of a Bruce Banner, suicidal, living under a bridge,
on the edge of darkness.
Like, what the fuck do I do? You know what I mean? Every time I blank out, I'm killing people, and I want Hulk to actually kill good guys just like bad guys. I mean, if he's just anybody in his way, he's just grabbing, flipping cop cars, killing people.
I can't remember. I only seen it. It's been so long since I've seen it, but it was the Edward Norton, the Hulk one. Like that, I can't remember it too much, but it wasn't bad. It was definitely better than the one that they came out with. I can't think of the dude's name. They had the first Hulk movie.
No idea. I remember the original Hulk when I was a kid on TV.
Eric Bana.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
I've seen it was like early 2000s.
It's been so long.
Yeah, it was early 2000s.
I really loved the old. I remember as a kid watching the Hulk on Channel 5.
Yeah, the actual TV show.
Yeah, the Lou Ferrigno. But if you go back now and watch it, it's cheesy as hell. It's like it's fun though.
Them contacts, man, like they used to get me every time he'd look up and he'd be like
he's got the bangs and he's running around and he's throwing stuff and you can tell it's like a fake dummy.
You ever watch that shit sometimes too? If you look at his feet, he's wearing sandals that are all painted the same color as his feet. So he ain't running around barefoot, really.
I see in one clip where he's throwing like an alligator in a swamp. And and you look at it, it looks just like an aired up inner tube. You know what I mean? It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, it probably was.
But it's funny. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. It was definitely awesome, especially back in the day.
All right, here's some more for you. Here's some more movies coming out. Venom 3.
I did not see part 2, so I'd say 3. Maybe.
I'm gonna give it a 2.5. I don't want to see it. Let's see here. What about Kraven? Have you seen the previews for Kraven the Hunter?
I'd say probably 3 or something.
I like it better than Venom. I'm gonna give it a 4.5. I've seen the preview. What about Deadpool 3?
I think that'd probably be more of a funny, like it'd probably make me laugh. So I'd probably say like 5 or 6. Like
5 or 6. Then they got a Madam Web Spider-Man movie coming out.
2. 1. I don't know.
Now here's some of my favorites. We got Toxic Avenger coming out.
that will be cool. I'm hoping it would be super cool, especially if it's got what's his name playing the Toxic Avengers.
Yeah, the guy
Toxie.
Titties and Dragons. What's the name of that show?
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of the guy's name. I always remember him from that Pixel movie with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Like, dude, he was hilarious as shit in that. Like playing with his little mullet.
It looks good, man. I know they were watching it, like, and they've had like the little movie thing in Denver and everything where you go to see the.
Really?
Yeah, it's. I mean, we haven't got to see it yet, but you know how they show it out to the critics and everything. Yeah, you can. Have you seen the? You can get on YouTube and look at the trailer for it.
Really? I've only seen like a picture, or like they did a picture and he's kind of like shadowy. You couldn't really tell.
And the bad guy looks amazing. The bad guy is like Harry Potter.
Oh, really?
The guy plays Harry
Potter. Daniel Radcliffe or whatever his name.
He looks amazing. Let me pull that up for you.
Yeah. Well, I will change my rating on that one then.
I'm excited for that movie. I don't know when it's coming out, but I am, and I don't know if it's going to be on. I don't know if it's going to be in the theater because it's still put out by the same people. Oh, Trauma.
Oh yeah. So, like the Lloyd Kaufman and all them.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's coming out in the theater, if it's coming out, on
like on the DVD
Netflix or
whatever. Like, oh yeah.
Let me see if I can find that bad guy real quick. Show you what he looks like.
I feel like Blade. Like, I wish they would do a Blade movie. I think it'd be super cool if they have it in the 70s.
That's the villain. That's
the guy
really? Harry Potter.
That's him.
Yeah. Huh. Crazy, huh?
Way. I'm gonna have to watch the trailer to that. That looks pretty crazy.
Watch the trailer when you get off here. Tell me what you think about it.
Oh yeah, he kind of looks like the dude from like with more hair though from Rocky Horror Picture. Kind
of reminded me of the Penguin,
the Butler.
Yeah,
or the Penguin. Yeah, an anorexic penguin.
Got a Fantastic Four movie coming out. What do you think?
Yeah, probably. Like, I'd probably say like 2 or whatever, 2 or 1.
Now here's some more movies I'm interested in. We got a Planet of the Apes movie.
I'd probably 8.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that. Like, I like Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, that's coming out Memorial Day. I'm big on that. And then they got a Mad Max Furiosa.
I'd probably go 4 on that. Yeah, I love Mad Max, but like I watched the trailer to it, and it was the guy that plays Aquaman. Oh wait, no, the dude who played Thor. What's his name? Hemsworth, whatever.
Yeah, something like that. I just know the guy Furiosa, so I'm excited because I've always liked the Mad Max movies.
Yeah, I liked it too, but I seen the trailer. He kind of acted goofy. Like, I think they had like Immortal Joe, like they were doing something with him, but that guy. He passed away.
And the only other thing I have on here is best comic of the year. And to me, my best comic reads of the year and best comics of the year was the Brand New Hulk.
Sweet.
And I also love this. If you need to go out and find you the Image. It's 4 parts, Dracula. And it's written by James Tynion, the same guy that does Something's Killing Children and all that. So it's pretty good. So
sweet.
But there's K-Pop from Detroit. What is up, K-Pop?
What's up, K-Pop?
Yeah, you know her, don't you? So
yeah,
she's on a lot of stuff. So
she's always around.
Yeah. So mainly, I just want to finish up for next year. I just want to really hit Ghost Rider hard, get a bunch of that, and I wrote a couple more things down. What else was it? I'm still looking for something cool, Halloween themed. With the autograph of Jamie Lee Curtis. You know how hard it is to find a Jamie Lee Curtis autograph? I got all kinds of. I got stuff from everybody else. I've got Robert Englund's autograph and stuff like that. But the Halloween franchise, the only one I really want is Jamie Lee Curtis's autograph.
Yeah, I don't really see her too much. Like, I mean, I imagine it's probably expensive as shit since she don't sign much.
I'd love to have some kind of mask or some kind of poster signed by her, but
yeah. I don't think she does a lot of cons, does she?
No, I think it's funny when you see these people go to these cons and they're like, JoJo Jetson played, Michael Myers in Part 4. He's the best Michael Myers. I'm like, how you know? I mean, they're all just walking around. They have no face expressions. There's no talking.
They're not doing nothing crazy.
Yeah, the guy that did Jason 6, that's my favorite Jason. I'm like, how in the hell? What makes him your favorite? What?
Yeah. Then it comes out it really wasn't that one. It was another.
Freddie, you can really tell Freddie. I mean, if you look at Robert Englund, he looks just like Freddie, and he's got the same facial expressions, a lot of his silly humor. I mean, to me, Robert Englund is Freddie. I don't know if they could ever have another Freddie.
Yeah, well, they tried. Remember that remake, and it was just like.
But say 20 years from now they want to redo the series again, I don't think they could. It's not the same.
Yeah,
not to me anyway. But you can do that with Jason and Michael all you want.
Yeah, because you don't really. Yeah, even like Leatherface too. Like you can totally do that.
Yeah, but the whole, because Freddie's got that little stupid sense of humor. He's cutting his fingers off and saying stupid shit. And
I mean, like, and like the face. I mean, it's Robert Englund. Like like that's you can't like reproduce that. Like, but.
And I watched a special on Nightmare on Elm Street, and it was on maybe Tubi or one of those kind of things. And it was just a documentary on part 1, with Johnny Depp and all that. And they were saying a lot of times, they would do a scene 4 or 5 times and just ad lib. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you never knew what Robert Englund was going to say and what he was going to do. Yeah. But a lot of that was just him on the fly.
Actually, have you ever watched? I ain't got to watch it yet though, but it's on Tubi. Like it's still on there. It's Wolfman's Got Nards. It's the documentary on Monster Squad.
Oh, Monster Squad is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, there's a documentary on there that, man, you have to check it out. It's pretty cool.
That's where I fell in love with the creature from the Black Lagoon, and it was one fucking shotgun to the chest and it was over with.
I know, dude.
That boy killed him, and it was just.
He looked like he was gonna mess some shit up, and then he gets shot once. And like,
I'm like, get up, get up! You gotta have more than that. Now the transformation in that movie of the Wolfman was crazy. You remember that? Before he blew up,
he was in the telephone booth, and he's like,
Whoa. That was the scariest part of the whole movie. But in 1987, that came out, and Lost Boys came out, and I was 10 years old. And them 2 movies, I just watched over and over and over again. They just stayed in my VCR. We had one of those $800 VCRs. Remember back in the day when VCRs cost about $800?
Yeah.
And you had to have the separate rewinder.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, you could, or you're sitting there waiting forever. You're like, oh, man, come on.
Then I worked at a VHS, just a movie store in the early 90s. And I remember like people come up there to rent Rambo or something. And I tell them they had like a $1,500 fee where they didn't bring back Johnny 5 or something. And they're like, what? Back then they charge you out the ass. Remember if you didn't bring
a movie back? Dude, like, they charge you out the ass when you play video games. You didn't bring the manuals back. Shit, they charge you this shit. I had a whole like stack when I found them. I was like, holy shit! I was like, I'm rich now.
Cali Comics going on. We got Noah Rad in the house. He's a really good artist.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Wolfman Got Nards. Talking about it right here.
I didn't shade it like. From it's got like a real needle thing, like, but it's super sharp. But it's like a prop thing for a reanimator.
Like, hey, that's pretty cool.
This dude, like my one movie shop had somebody made it. I thought it was pretty neat. I was on to do something different, but they even had the little stand for it to set the needle and shit on it. I figured it'd go good with my like Jeffrey Combs autograph and shit. So it's like, that worked.
But you made my day talking about Monster Squad.
Yeah, Monster Squad. And you got Shudder?
Huh?
You have Shudder?
I've never watched it. I don't know.
It's a horror movie.
I didn't know I had Tubi till I found out. You told me about it. I'm like, free? Let me try it. Is Shudder free?
No, it's not. It's like it's pretty cheap compared to a lot of the streaming services. It's cheap, but they got this documentary thing. It's it's something in the darkness, searching for darkness, and they got 1, 2, and 3, and it's a documentary, and it's like about maybe like late 70s, like through the 80s. I think part 3 is getting up to like in the 90s too, but like part 2 did a little bit, but all the horror movies through that time. And like they talked about like released the VHS, like when all the movies were coming out, like so the B movies, they were getting released straight to like VHS.
Yeah.
Talking about stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. I think you'd dig it.
Look at there. There is a comic vet. When the comic vet's here from Canada, we were really doing something real. So,
cool.
The comic vet.
Yeah.
We were talking about the VHSs. In the mid '90s, when I worked at a VHS store, you only got so much wall space, and like our manager would want to say that for Rambo or Over the Top, and she would just throw away all these old horror movie posters, and I would take them all home with me, because they're still rolled, and it was always like B and C list movies that nobody would want to watch, and she wouldn't hang the stuff up anyway. It's like a Slumber Party Massacre and shit like that.
Dude.
And now that shit's worth a fortune, because they didn't make a lot of them. And, they made a lot more of the more popular movies like Rambo than they would a VHS of Slumber Party Massacre. But the posters, I had every poster you could think of and just threw them all away every time. But
like I dipped my fingers in that a little bit when I can get them at a good price or whatever. Like I like buying like original movie posters. Yeah. I've only got like 3 of them though. I've got I just actually got it framed and hung up, but Graveyard Shift, Stephen King, and then In the Mouth of Madness, John Carpenter, and I've got this one movie like most people know, but it's Transmutations, but it's actually screenplay, I think, or the actually script or whatever for it. Clive Barker wrote it. It was actually a short story, and it got made into a movie, but the movie's like not great, but the movie poster is super awesome. It's got this dude holding a beaker, this girl in a swimsuit in it screaming. She's in it, he's all like a monster.
Yeah, that's cool stuff.
Pretty cool.
I miss all that. Just going to the movie theater and walking down the aisle and just finding some dumb movie that you've never heard of.
Yeah, it looked cool.
I used to do the same thing with metal albums. I remember being a kid, and that's how I found a lot of metal bands. I'm like, well, this looks kind of interesting. Let's buy this cassette. And that's how I fell in love with Sepultura back in the day,
Yep. Yeah, the Rise or whatever.
Yeah, Rise was the first one I bought. It's got that crazy, creepy cover on the front of it. I was like, this has got to be good. So
that and like Souls of Black, like Testament, with all them like them Reapers there with the heart and shit.
I bought Sepultura, and then I got the next Sepultura where it had the Chaos AD where there's hanging like the mummies hanging upside down.
Yeah, Chaos AD. That was an awesome that territory and all that shit. Yeah, that was super awesome. Then I think it was Roots after that.
Yeah, Roots was amazing too. That was a good time. That was a good period in time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, like now, you've dipped your fingers in the VHS. I ain't dipped my fingers in the VHS, but I've went in the vinyl. And like I've dipped my fingers in that, and I'm like,
yeah.
Now my CDs were invented.
Yeah, I mean, I like cool stuff. Anything nostalgia, I wouldn't mind getting some old cassettes if I could find some cool old cassettes. Kids today, go ahead.
Okay.
Kids today don't know about, like my kids. I got one 12 and 15, and they don't care about physical media. They'll download video games or they'll download music. I'm like, I like the back of the day when I could get out the cassette and see who the band thanked and what kind of drums they play and see all the pictures in there and the actual lyrics to every song.
Yeah.
And kids today, they don't even download a whole album no more. It's like, just the hit.
Yeah, like they just go fucking put on like Pandora or whatever and like just listen to it. I'm like,
you only learn like, you were cool back in the day if you knew all the deep
old underground.
What's on the B side, kids, or you listen to the whole album and it was, some people made like a, I don't know, like from beginning to end, they try to make track. Like he's riding a roller coaster or something, just up and down, like it all went together. And kids today don't get that. Like, I love song 4.
When you'd listen to like albums and stuff, and that you got to listen like 10 minutes after or like 5 or like something like that after the last song, and then I'm just gonna miss the song that come on. It's kind of like the Easter egg for like the Marvel movies did and shit.
I remember Nirvana had some of that where you just had to like fast forward it and wait. And it wasn't on all the CDs, it's only on like maybe burned like on 1,500 of 100,000 of them, and you can find like a hidden track on there.
Oh yeah,
that's a good day. Like, kids don't get that today.
No. Like, you ever listen to like Celtic Frost and shit like that?
Yeah, back in the day, I love like Hatebreed and hardcore music like Celtic Frost, Madball.
Yeah, Celtic Frost, man. Like I like their one album. Like it took me forever to get it, but it was shit, I can't think of the name of it now. It's got the Dying God on it, song, but I can't think of the name of it. Like, I got a brain for it, but like that album was like probably took me forever to find that one. And I found like other albums, but that one took forever. And like the dude that has this where I live at, like he's got like a strictly nothing but a metal record store. That's all he has is like nothing but metal. And he went over to like over to I don't know north like I don't know if it's Swiss. Where's black metal from? I can't remember.
Yeah,
Like
more of a Swiss Alps and all that.
Yeah.
Switzerland. Yeah.
Like you go there for some big old like
all the
black
Viking metal and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, he goes over there for like a black metal like festival or some shit, and he went over there and picked up shit tons of records, and he found that one, and I was like, cool. And then he brought it back, and I was able to get it.
I love all that, but it's got to be like the worst. The worst. Their logos are like the worst advertising ever because you can't read none of it. Looks like a bunch of roots.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah, especially now. Yeah.
How does anybody go find out the name of your band if they can't even read the logo? You know.
So. You know, it's one of the magic eye things. You just sit there and stare at it for a while, and then shit comes out. Like,
I've been listening to a new band called Snuffed on Sight.
Really?
And it's heavy and it's more like you ever heard of Pig Destroyer or anything like that? It's like
cattle. Yeah, grindcore and shit.
Yeah. It's big
I love
stuff
Pig
like
Destroyer.
that. If you listen to it enough, I mean, anything sounds good if you listen to it enough. I found out a lot of times I just listen to something, and the more you listen to it, I don't like it the first time, but after you listen to it 2 or 3 times, like, yeah, this is all right.
Grows on you.
Yeah.
On you a little bit.
Or you'll hear a vocal that you didn't hear before. You're like, oh, I know what that sentence is now.
Oh yeah. You're like, I was saying something else, like
yeah,
saying some other shit.
Well, all right, man. That was all the stuff for today. I think we went through 2023. We've been on here about an hour and 15 minutes. The hamburger helper is calling. I don't know what you're eating tonight, but hamburger helper.
Finished.
What'd you get,
man? Double quarter pounder.
Double quarter pounder is hard to beat.
I was like, I
like the double quarter pounder, and I like the McRib. So
McRib, like they don't have that all the time, do they?
No. The McRib, I like to get the McRib with a small fry, and I put a small fry on it. And because it's already got that barbecue like ketchup sauce on it.
Yeah.
And I like I still like the shitty ass fillet of fish too. So
dude, have you ever looked at their fucking their app? I didn't even realize they did it. They got I didn't even realize that they did this shit, but like on there they had I think it's a double fillet of fish. Yeah, and they're selling a triple cheeseburger. I'm like, man, they get shut down by the health department fucking putting that on their menu.
I love the double. Shit.
I think they do it. You can get a triple quarter pounder. I'm like, wait, no, I did that. I did that last time, and they shaded me on my cheese. I was like, dude, you can't put an extra patty without an extra piece of cheese. Like,
I like the double quarter pounder, but I don't like the McDouble or just the double because the patties are so small. They got little.
Yeah, it's like
back in the day,
3 of them together is like a quarter pounder. Yeah.
Now it's like if you don't go quarter pounder, you're not getting nothing.
Yeah, no, like you got to eat like that to fill you up. Like back in the day, a double used to like fill you up. Like now,
and I can't get into the Big Mac either with that extra bread.
Yeah, I'm not big on that. Like I'm just like, give me a double quarter pounder. I'm good. That's it. Enough meat. But I tried the triple, but they shaded me on the cheese, and it just the ratio was off.
Whataburger is my favorite, NORAD. I try to go to Whataburger as much as possible. Huh?
You got them down there?
Yeah.
Really?
On my way, there's a couple around here, and then every year we go to Florida, we got to stop by Whataburger. There's one in Alabama I really like.
Cool.
We don't have an In-N-Out. A lot of people like In-N-Out. I don't know about In-N-Out, but Whataburger is my thing. They got the spicy ketchup.
When I lived in Arizona, Whataburger, and then we went to In-N-Out and stuff too. In-N-Out's not bad. Like they're very like simple. Like you got a cheeseburger, and then you got one with everything. I could call it like animal style or some shit. And then
Ramfast says triple Big Mac. Does that have 2 pieces of bread in the middle? That's just basically
I need a little extra water.
Set them on top of each other.
Reb, like, you need extra water for that one. And get choked and shit. Like, bread.
Triple Big Mac with bacon, please. But
oh yeah,
I like the nuggets. They're cheap and junky, but I like the nuggets too. I can eat
dude,
20
I
of
like
those.
Wendy's.
Oh, Wendy's got some
nuggets.
Everything on Wendy's menu is good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know, dude. Wendy's is like, I think Wendy's is like awesome compared, like McDonald's is like plain Jane. Like you go over to Wendy's and it's like
Wendy's,
like,
nothing's frozen. You know, the patties are great. You get like a Dave's double. I love the chicken nuggets.
You know, he's from up here.
Is he?
In Ohio? Yeah, well, he's dead now, but like the first Wendy's restaurant's like in Columbus, Ohio.
That's
like,
awesome.
Still got it. Yeah, it's weird, but
the spicy chicken sandwich is awesome.
Oh
I like
yeah,
the fact that you can get a baked potato there.
Yeah, you get chili there if you want.
Yeah,
I'm not big. I ain't big with the chili, but like they used to have up here. They used to have a Texas tenderloin.
Ah.
They used to back when I was a kid. And they did away with it. But
Ramfast says Baconator. Baconator, yeah, it's hard to beat the Baconator.
Yeah, that's what I get there, man. Like Baconator. I get other things too, but like that's my go-to. Like without thinking.
Yeah, Baconator is good because I don't like a lot of vegetables, and if you get Baconator, don't come with nothing. You know,
meat, bacon, mayo, ketchup.
That's all you need. Yeah,
you good.
Yeah, you can keep them onions and stuff.
Yeah.
But all right, man, let's get off here. You're making me hungry. Right. It was fun seeing you again. I like to have you on whenever you can. You're very knowledgeable. You got a great looking beard. What can I say? Anytime you'll come on, hang out. And until the next time, read y'all's comics.